Hello guys, it is Jead and EA have just dropped the starters only choice pack that everyone is talking about, but what no one is talking about is what this pack means for the game long term. Now on top of that, do you do the pack? Do you do it once? Do you do it twice? And if you do the pack, who are we taking? Who is actually worth taking from this 300,000 coin store pack that everyone seems to be completing? And of course, on top of that, it is now the end of Weekend League, which means we can start to look at not only buying cards, but as well as what is coming with the next team of the season. We've got 4 impacts on Friday. We should start getting leaks today. So let's jump into it. And guys, if you want to use players like this and just need that little extra boost, then you can get your cheap, fast, and most importantly, safe FC26 coins at eldorado.gg. They have 24/7 support, a money-back guarantee, and you can use code JEAD at checkout to get another 5% off your order. Link is in the description. Guys, I hope you had a fantastic bank holiday weekend here in the UK, or whatever you're watching around the world. I hope you had a fantastic weekend and start to your week. I am looking to get into some sports cards for the second channel videos, but I have no idea what to buy. If anyone can help us out, I don't know. It seems really hard to get packs without actually spending loads of money on them. But if anyone does football cards, let me know. We'll do some content on that on the second channel. Maybe with some FIFA, we could do some sort of pack and play. That could be fun. And yeah, let's start with the SBCs because we got new upgrades. And when we get new upgrades, it's what we got to talk about. We got to talk about the new Bundesliga premium upgrades. And before we do, make sure to like and hype the video. I spoke about this yesterday. Apparently, you can now hype videos on mobile. I don't really know what it means. I'm too old for this. But yeah, hype the video. Yesterday, it's quite funny. We didn't only get the premium Bundesliga upgrades, which we'll talk about. But guys, we spoke about this in yesterday's video. We got the 1 of 389 Encore icon player pick back now with no champions icons in, but now that it's not glitched, no one seems to care. They took champions icons out. It's still 160k. Look, it's a worthwhile gamble if you've maybe got the fodder in your club because there's not like any high rated squads, no 89s, 90s, but I think you should really save your fodder for player SBCs. That's just me. I think Teo Hernandez is great. Di Maria and Carr were great. I would now start looking to save fodder for player SBCs, but if you want to do the icon gamble, go for it. It's just not that many players that actually get into your team unless they are Trophy Titans or probably Team of the Year. Apart from that, we don't really care. But yeah, we've got a premium Bundesliga upgrade. Now, honest opinions on this, I would avoid it. I would avoid it and do the player picks instead, the 1 of 382 plus, because yes, the Bundesliga SBC is better for the repeatable grind. So if you want to put cards into this, get the cards back and then just keep recycling, this is better. But it just makes the grind longer, where if you just go for the 1 of 382 player picks, you're more likely to get a team in the season in a shorter amount of time. Yes, it's not as repeatable. This one here, the 1 of 382 plus, I would rather you send everything into the daily SBCs and then basically just do unlimited of these first. Again, the grind's not as repeatable, but I think that's fine. More likely to pack a team of the season. But the upgrades we got, as we predicted yesterday, are not that exciting. We get the 1 of 481 pick as the repeatable, and we get the 5 of 10 80 plus pick as the one that's only like 3 repeatable. I just don't care. Yes, it's nice that we got more player picks, and player picks are nice for content and, you know, trying to get team of the seasons, but who's actually doing this and like really excited to do them? I would still rather you just go and do the 1 of 3 Bundesliga pick because it's more likely to give a team of the season, and that's really what we're here for. But yeah, having repeatable player picks is nice. We got the 1 of 481 back. It's great. Rare players minimum 2, and then common players 3. Fine. But again, just go and do the Bundesliga one instead. The new player we got though was Paredes. Now, Paredes does look a little bit like a cheap beast. Playstyle's almost perfect. You'd swap long ball for finesse, but a long ball itself is actually fine. Aerial fortress, you might swap for, again, jockey or quick step, but on its own, again, it's not the worst thing in the world because the guy's not the tallest player. He's 5'11". Wish he was 4-star, 5-star just for the passes on the weak foot, but 90, 88, 93, 92, 90, and 91 is a solid set of stats. I think the problem with this Paredes card is that, like, because Enzo Fernandez exists and because Pavlovic exists, everyone's midfield is past this guy. But because he's so cheap, if you want to go and do the 2 squads for an 87 and an 88, maybe you want to do Paredes for some reason, like he played for your club or Argentinian. I don't know. He's just a bit average. The player SBCs that I actually want to talk about, because these expire today at content, is Nicholas Jackson. I'm sorry, Nick Jackson. And Zabani, right? These, of course, don't play today, but they play tomorrow. So I kind of don't understand why they expire today and not tomorrow. But whatever. EA, I guess they messed that up. I don't know. Tonight, we've got Arsenal, Atletico Madrid. If anyone gets the exact score for Arsenal, Atletico, and PSG Bayern, give you a high five. I don't know. But we get Nicholas Jackson. This came out obviously ages ago, but it expires today. It's really cheap. They're both really cheap. Who are you backing to win this game? I think you've got to go and complete one of these because it makes the game more fun to watch, if that makes sense. Like, you have an extra reason to support one of the teams. I think Nicholas Jackson's by far the better card. Quickstep, I used to hate at the start of the game. The more players I've used with Quickstep, like we used Team of the Season CR7 the other day in Weekend League, it's really, really good on the strikers, especially taller strikers. Yeah, he is taller, 6'2". It's really, really good. And his attacking stats are great, 97, 95, 92 in those 3 shooting stats that matter. If he gets the +2 as well as the playstyle upgrade, and maybe gets, You kind of want him to get rapid, incisive, or finesse. I'm not sure they'll do that because that's one of his white play styles. They might give him something weird like trickster or enforcer, which would be a bit sad. But if they do give him rapid, finesse, or incisive, that'd be really, really nice. And he'd be a really, really good card. And I think a lot of people think Bayern are going to win that game because, of course, now Bayern are home. They did lose the game by 1 in the first leg, but they're now at home. And Zabani's nice as well. 90 pace defender. I think everyone just doesn't care about this card simply because of long ball plus. If you swap this long ball to bruiser, intercept, quick step, literally anything else, people would be much more invested in that Zabani card. But yeah, SBC is fine, nothing crazy. The icon pick a bit disappointing now that the glitch is gone. And the Bundesliga upgrades are always nice to have. But I think because the player picks are better, no one really cares. Now, we're not going to spend time on Evo content because nothing really affected the market. Now, I did want to speak about this for a little bit today. We used to talk a lot about content and how it affects the market. But if you notice, when we talk about Paredes and when we're going to talk about this evolution here, I'm not sitting and talking about how it affects centre mids with Paredes or how this steel guard affects silvers. Basically, the way the game gets to towards the end of the team of the season is content very rarely affects the meta market. What it'll affect is fodder. So, for example, if we go and find this Paredes SBC, if we can type, which is always a struggle, but if we can find Paredes, back in the day, not back in the day, like at the start of the game, right? When we're talking content, we'll often talk about it, and you'll see this at the start of FC 27, where this might affect the centre mid position if Paredes was a really good SBC, or this might affect Argentinian players who link to Paredes, right? This doesn't really happen anymore for 2 reasons. One, chemistry. All team and seasons having like that 2 chemistry. No one really cares about links. Like link investments don't really happen. And if they do, it's often just traders selling to other traders. But also, like for this to really hurt a position, which can still happen at team of the season, but SBCs rarely do it. Like we've seen it with Carl a little bit because what happened with Carl and Di Maria was you got 2 cards that were both cams and they were both dropped at the same time, and they were both really good. That's what it takes now for an SBC to hurt the market. We had to get 2 cards on the same day, both really meta, both very doable, both SBCs, both in the same position, and then cams dropped a little bit, and even then, they rebounded afterwards, right? The only ones that really, really affect it, I guess, are evolutions. If we get a crazy striker evolution, some of the meta strikers fall, but in general, right now on the game, most people will still go and buy the strikers off the market anyway. It doesn't really affect too much, so when we're talking about content now in terms of SBCs and Evos, don't worry too much about the meta market. What really affects it is fodder. So, for example, if Paredes was the best SBC in the entire game and he was 187 rated squad, it would affect 87s and fodder, but it wouldn't really affect the meta market too much, if that makes sense. Now, that being said, we got the Steel Guard evolution. I hate Silver Evos, not because they're crap for the game. Like, there's some pretty cool cards you can normally do, but especially this one. This one's crap. Like, look at this boost on Juan Jesus. Yes, you get Anticipate, but it gives, like, Aerial Fortress as well. I don't know. I'm sure you guys could find a silver chain from someone who plays for your club, and this would be a great addition to the chain. I get it. There's definitely a place for it. But for me, it's not really exciting, is it? You get it times 3, which is always nice to get the 3 stat boost at least. So maybe that's at least worth it. Again, if you're doing a chain, maybe this is perfect for your silver card. You've already got crazy playstyles on, and it gives a little bit of a stat boost. I just don't have that right now. Maybe that's why I'm not enjoying this. But we did actually get objective content that is almost certainly worth doing. I would say everyone should go and do this. I'm not talking about Al Jaware, although Al Jaware is there. Everyone's going to use that card as fodder. You're like, no one's actually going to use Al Jaware. But at the bottom down here in live events, we get the Darwin Cup. Now, this Nabry card, pretty much perfect playstyles. You would swap probably just whipped for Trickster, but like it's kind of sad. Again, every card we look at on this game, you have to talk playstyles, but look, EA did it to us, right? 4-star, 5-star, which means you get a pass. Look at the positions, by the way. Right mid, left mid, which everyone plays. No one really uses wingers anymore. Cam and striker, perfect positions. The stats are actually really good. They're not great, but they're really good. Like they're really, really solid across the board. If you actually look at his in-games as well, it's free kicks, penalties, and curves, letting his in-games down. His physicals are a bit weak, but for a free card, one of the best free cards, if not, yeah, probably top 5 free cards we've had all year on this game. He is really, really good. And you also get some decent rewards in the middle there. You get a big, I don't know what her name is. It's Icelandic, bro. If any of you guys are Icelandic, why do you guys do this? I went to Iceland recently, and like the names are crazy, bro. But yeah, we get playstyle plus evolution with a technical and finesse shot, and it is really, really nice. Again, on just chain cards. But in general, even a 20 times 83, although you're going to get nothing in that pack, it's nice fodder to add to the SBC grind. So, an objective that's definitely worth doing with the Darwin Cup. But of course, the main point of the entire video, and the pretty much what everyone's talking about for 2 reasons, is of course, in the store, go to browse, go to promo packs. Now, first of all, let me know down below, have you guys opened this? Are you guys going to open it? And if you have opened it, who are we taking from it? I have a lot of opinions on this, and I think people are missing the main point with it, or maybe they're not, and people are just trying to buy some players, you know, to put in Evos, right? If you've not seen this, you see them players just under the webcam there. You have Pfeiffer, Ribery, Ginola, Team of the Week Messi, Cornerstones Ronaldo and Palmer. You got Pina, Winter Wildcards, Quaresma, Joga Benito. You have Son Rating Reload, Esteval, UCL, and Naki Williams Unbreakable. Essentially, you are paying 300,000 coins and 500 FIFA points to just pick one of those cards, and you can do it twice. Now, this is interesting for a few reasons. One, of course, is that these cards have different prices on the market. So, for example, Ronaldo's 3 million coins and actually sells for 3 million coins. Pfeiffer's extinct at 400k. Ginola's actually a little bit more expensive at 500k. Team of the Week Messi is a little bit more expensive at 515. You've then got cards like Winter Wildcards Pina that are a bit cheaper at 360. And Naki's a little bit less sought after, but he's also really, really expensive, top of his price range, because he was really, really like low supply when he came onto the game. So you've got this really weird selection of players that some are similar prices, some are really different, and they're all worth the same value. They're all worth 300,000 coins, or what EA want you to pay, because 300,000 coins is quite a lot. They want you to pay 500 FIFA points. EA do this all the time. They put the FIFA point value really low and the coin value really extortionately expensive, so that you think the FIFA point is good value. The other place they do this is the season pass. They do it with the season pass. 500,000 coins, but it's only 1,000 FIFA points, so put some money on the game. They do it with the season pass, and you guys always tell me, oh, but it's, worth the £8. And I agree, it is worth the £8 to go and get the season pass. That's the point. The point is that it's worth it. The point is, this pack is not worth 300,000 coins, in my opinion. But you could probably make the argument for 500 FIFA points, which on the game right now is £4. So you can tell someone they get a Cornerstones Ronaldo who's 3 million coins for £4. They might be like, well, I'll do that. Or they might do what EA want them to do and actually load up £12 or £20 and then buy some packs as well. How many people do you reckon loaded up £12 or £20 just to open that player store pack, but then also thought, well, I'll open a store pack as well with it and try and get a gamble, right? That's what EA want you to do. Now, again, 2 points to this. We're going to start with the most obvious one. Who are we taking from this? I don't think there's that many options. In my opinion, you take either Ronaldo or Messi because they're the GOATs, right? Both the cards have shocking playstyles. Messi because he has Dead Ball Plus but has really good white playstyles. And Ronaldo's the exact opposite. Has a great playstyle plus but shocking in-game playstyles. Like, look how many of them are crap, right? So you could almost go 50-50 on it. I would rather take Ronaldo. I think Ronaldo plays a little bit better in this game, and the low-driven plus wins me over. But you have to deal with power, shot, precision, acrobatic, and aerial fortress, which is shocking. Messi, like I said, has got Dead Ball. I think you take one of them. I don't think you take Pina. I think this is the wrong choice for this pick. If you missed out on this Pina, she's only 60,000 coins more than the pack anyway. I just don't think that's the right pick. I also think Naki's the wrong pick. Yes, he's 545,000 coins, but it's all rarity. This card's really not that good, and you've got the FUT birthday card that most people will at some point have used anyway. Not a big fan. Pfeiffer, I understand. Pfeiffer's kind of the meta right now. This card was like 50,000 coins at one point, but I do get, because of the lengthiness, people have a lot of Evos on this card. You have to use a lengthy for it to be worth it. But if you're going to do the player pick, I can understand if you also want just a pure meta rat and you go, look, James, I need some, cards for my team. I just need to win some more games. Pfeiffer's fine. I do get that. But I think if you're doing this pick and you're not taking Ronaldo, Pfeiffer, Ginola, or Messi, if you're actually doing Pina, Quaresma, and Naki Williams, I think it's an absolute waste. Unless you've got a really good reason for it. Even Esteval UCL is 191,000 coins. I have no idea why he was included in the pick. But let me know who you're taking down below. Like I say, first point of it is that, yes, I would say Ronaldo number 1, Pfeiffer number 2, I'd probably say Ginola number 3, the way they're actually ranked on FUTBin here. And I would then say Messi, I guess, is fine because it's Messi, but I just hate Dead Ball Plus. I would avoid Pina, I would avoid Inaki, I'd avoid Quaresma, I'd avoid Esteval. I don't mind Ribery, but again, he's less than the pack. And I also don't think Ribery plays that well on FIFA, to be honest. But at least it's Ribery, it's an icon. And he's, Quick Step Plus, he's pretty meta in theory with 5-star, 5-star. Yeah, see what I mean? I just don't know. I just don't think it's that appealing. I think they've chose a very interesting set of players for this. Players that they knew people would want, but they've also been very clever to pick versions of the cards that are not that meta. For example, if they chose Ronaldo's 89 card, you could maybe argue this card's a little bit better, but even then, he's got the same crappy playstyle. So you can argue it with whoever you want. I think they've done it in a very, very clever way. Now, to move on to the bit I actually wanted to talk about, which is I think people are missing this. Yes, EA are trying to get money out you, this player pack. So they're trying to get 500 FIFA points out you. And everyone's talked about that and said, okay, EA money grabbing. We get that. EA have essentially soft launched and seen what the community reacted to, buying cards for FIFA points off the market. So you can put it whichever way you want. EA have now soft launched, and I believe they've done this before, but I could be forgetting something. But they've soft launched buying players off the market for FIFA points. And you know exactly who you're getting. And yes, in this pack, there is also 5 rare gold players, 86 or higher, but no one's opening the pack for that, right? No one's opening the pack to try and get a team of the season Kane or a team of the season Elise. I get that, by the way, when we're talking about the player prices. No one cares about that. EA are basically saying, are you willing to put 500 FIFA points on the game to get a cornerstone Ronaldo? And they're just going to see the data on it. They're going to see how much of the community goes and completes the SBC. They're going to check the YouTube videos, or not the SBC, the pack. They're going to check the YouTube videos. They're going to check Twitter. They're going to check Reddit. I guarantee they will. And they're going to wake up and they're going to see and have meetings about what did people say about going and spending 500 FIFA points for a cornerstone Ronaldo. And overall, so far, it's been pretty positive. And I'm trying to be positive about it because it's quite a nice concept. But what it means for the game long term is, what if it means for every promo, EA put 5 of the cards in the store for 1,000 FIFA points? And then maybe next year, they put all of the cards in the store in 3 separate batches for a premium, middle, and bottom tier. And it's not coins anymore, because that would affect the market. It's just FIFA points. And then what if they start doing it where some cards are only available in the store? Imagine we had, boys, I don't think it's that far away from happening. EA are going towards a model. They don't like the market, by the way. EA hate the market because of coin sellers. If you've not noticed this for the past couple of years, EA are trying to get away from the market as much as possible because of coin sellers. That's why trading gets harder and harder. And we're still able to make millions of coins because, we can get around it, but it's obvious what they're doing. Imagine we had a game next year where they bring out a Cornerstones Ronaldo in the store for 5,000 FIFA points, but it's not on the market. You can't pack that card any other way. Or they bring out, maybe they start with cheaper cards, They start with someone like if we go down here, like a UCL Estevao. And when the promo comes out, there's always one card in the promo in the store. People will buy that card, especially if it's for Evos. I don't think we're that far away from this happening long term. Now, whenever I bring the concept up of EA getting rid of the transfer market, people call me crazy. Trust me, boys, I am on this market every single day. I understand coin selling inside out. I understand trading inside and out. I've done this for years and years and years. A lot of the changes EA make, they hate. Excuse me, Jesus Christ. They hate the market. They hate the way they can't control it. They hate the way how they only have control over the store, but they don't have control over the market and what happens on the game, and they're trying to get away from it. I think it's more of you have to correct me if I'm wrong on this, boys, but I think it's what happens in 2K. I think 2K, I've never played it before, but the basketball game, I think that's what happens there, where you can buy players in the store. Again, could be wrong on that. They want more control over how they distribute the players in the game and how you afford them by putting money on the game rather than trading your way up. And I think that if we ever go to a model where the market diminishes less and less and less, we are doomed and this game will be over. And I don't often rant on this game. You guys know me, I'm very positive, but I've seen this coming for a few years, and that would be the one thing that just turns me off from this game. If you make it so I can't go and build my own team and everything goes through the store and SBCs and untradeable, that would be my straw. A lot of people are quitting. I don't think I'll ever quit this game. If that doesn't happen, I really like playing football games. I really enjoy what EA do for the most part. That would be the one thing that turns me away. And guys, I went and checked the analytics yesterday, and it feels like a troll, but still only 18% on the dot of people who watch these videos are subscribed. It's still 18%. Subscribe, boys. Let's see if we can get towards 20k. Boys, let me know your thoughts. Is Unk just waffling? I really do think it's a serious issue. We're going to talk about leaks because we've got new Evo leaks, but we've also got a lot of ways to make coins, and that is my favorite part about this entire game. So let's jump into that. Starting with new Evo leaks, and apparently, boys, it is bomb level. Whatever that means. But a new max 90 rated centre-back evolution is set to come to Ultimate Team. I guarantee, as this tweet came out, you'll probably start to see centre-backs rise. Some of the higher rated ones, like, the typical Yap Stams and the Vidiches, I'll probably check them on the market now. But Gold Van de Ven even will probably go up. A new max 90 rated centre-back evo set to come. We don't get any requirements there, and we've basically not got any requirements here. Playstyle plus upgrade, shock. Big stats upgrade, shock. Playstyle upgrade. That's like basically saying water's wet, but you get the point, right? I'm sure we'll start to get more leaks on that in the coming hours, if not in the coming day. Basically, we're going to get a crazy centre-back evolution. I wonder if any of the cards are even trending on Footbin. Not yet, but best believe you will see cards like Yip Yap Stam, who always goes up for these, where we can find Yip Yap Stam. He always goes up for these. This one here, the 89, he's currently 1.5 million coins. Always a really big choice. Vidic always goes up for these. Keep an eye on Vidic as well. Unbreakables Vidic, because they're so broken in the game. He's up 162,000 coins. We'll have to wait and see. And of course, the main centre-back evo that everyone actually talks about is Van de Ven, who now, of course, has a 90 rated card that's up 300,000 coins because of the leakers evos. Now remember, this guy might not even fit. He has 94 pace. I'm not saying invest in this card. We have no idea what the requirements are. But we were due a huge centre-back evo. Now, if you guys know ball, the best card to put into this is, of course, going to be Manny Month. You guys know ball. This is the best card in the entire game when it comes to centre-back evo. So get one now before you can. Don't price fix him. Just buy one of them, put it in the club, and when it comes out, use the chain on him. He's the real, okay, you know what I mean? You guys know if you follow the channel. He's actually the GOAT. But centre-back evo's coming to the game. Let's see what we get with this. I would avoid trading centre-backs in the meantime. I actually have a Jonathan Tah on my transfer list, which I'm pretty sure will get shot down in price. I think I bought him for about 630,000 coins, which wasn't even his low point. But since we've got the centre-back Evo leak, he'll of course come down, and I'll probably take the loss on that, which always happens with leaks. You can't complain too much. So centre-backs I would avoid for now, and we are going to talk about buying some other cards, like the Team of the Season cards. We're not going to buy Tar and Schlotterbeck unless they fall crazy amounts. But we should also start getting leaks today on the biggest day. I called this as the biggest day of Team of the Season before the promo came out. Now, watching how Team of the Season's gone, it's definitely not going to have the most players on this Friday, because a lot of people turned off after the first week or two. But we do have the Turkish League, the League, and the Women's MLS, and then the D1 Arkema. The reason I say this is the biggest one is because all of these cards have big chaser. All of these teams have big chaser cards. Turkish League probably the least, but there's a lot of people from Turkey who play this game. There'll be a lot of hype around there for cards like Osimhen. The Arkema, you got cards like the Kachawi. Basically, you know, the cards from PSG, you know, your Dianis. I don't know who's actually going to get a Team of the Season, but there's a lot of decent cards in there from the women's PSG and the other. I think Leon's also a big one, isn't it? Yeah, like Mateo, Chawinga. Like, there's some big cards there. Then you've then got the women's MLS, Rodman, Wilson. Again, don't know who's actually going to get a Team of the Season. Even Pfeiffer. Could Pfeiffer get a Team of the Season? If that was lengthy, that'd break the internet. So, we got some crazy hit cards, and then, of course, Liga, and I don't have to tell you guys about, it's the full PSG team. It's the full PSG team with a few of the players in, and that's what it's going to be for there. And they're going to be the main hit cards, Liga, and I'm sure they're going to be the big leaks. I wouldn't be surprised if today, let's see if I can call this right, the first leak we get is that Dembele is coming, or Nuno Mendes is coming, or someone else that's guaranteed to come, like Vitinha, is coming to Team of the Season. I would not be surprised if we get leaks like that, because that's what they normally do. They leak the obvious cards first. So, that's the big Team of the Season coming this Friday. Keep an eye out on leaks, but again, the official cards we normally get first are the ones that everyone knows anyway, so they're not really a big deal. But it does mean we could start to look at buying some of these cards out of packs. Now, some of these cards have already started to go up. I think Dembele, we called them in the free Discord. Guys, make sure you get in the free Discord, because we call these a lot earlier, because videos, it's very hard to do this. This guy's already 100,000 coins. And if you check yesterday's graph, he loaded out at, what, 75,000 coins, man. We're too late already, 100,000 coins, but he's not the only card. You can go and check cards like Vitinha, Nuno Mendes. You want cards that are either for evolutions or cards that are fodder. Nuno Mendes, did we check yesterday? Has he gone up or down? He is now 5.7 to 6. Maybe try and get him on bids or snipes and try and get 6,000 coins and below. Out of packs, if you hold these long term, these PSG cards that, again, are either fodder or for Evos, like Vitinha, like Dembele, they've already started to rise. They should be really, really good. And some of them, like Vitinha, might be the best options. Dembele looks like he's far and away already too expensive. But Vitinha, you can get him at 6,500 coins, might still be doable. Or maybe you wait until rival rewards, but by then it could be too high. So let me know, who are you looking forward to from the Team of the Seasons here? Which team are you looking forward to? Now that I've said it, I think a Pfeiffer Team of the Season. I don't follow the MLS, women's MLS, of course. Does anyone know? Will Pfeiffer get a Team of the Season, or has she even played this season? I don't know, but given how much hype there's around the FUT birthday card, imagine how expensive a lengthy Pfeiffer Team of the Season would be. I really do think the impacts on Friday now, we could talk about pack weight all day. Are you going to be able to pack any of the good ones? Probably not, but there's going to be a lot of decent cards in packs, and that does get me a little bit excited, but then normally EA find a way to stomp on that excitement with the pack weight. And what are we getting on the game today? Do we finally get that pop SBC that I keep talking about? We've got Paredes now. We've had Garassi, we've had Hernandez, had Di Maria, had Carl, even had Gnabry, and we've even had Vig Sadotte. Kramrich we've had pretty much all these cards. So surely now it has to be pop. I think Carrasco we've not had as the main ones. They're the ones we're looking at now as SBCs, as like sort of chaser cards is what we're going for. But even then, who's really going to go and complete this pop SBC? Maybe you guys will. If it's really, really cheap, hopefully it's really, really, really cheap. Just it's one of those cards that everyone can go and do. We'll have to wait and see. Or I believe again, it could be Carrasco as well. And Carrasco looks like he's actually got quite a nice card as well. In terms of when we're buying things like fodder, it's not really to do with these SBCs. We're going to be buying it because it's the end of the weekend, and we're going to be doing the same plays we do pretty much every weekend. That if you just keep following along every single week, it's how it's basically really easy right now to get millions of coins, because you see the same thing every week on repeat, and it's great. In terms of what I was doing, if you guys weren't in the Twitch stream the other day, we did do the Messi Ronaldo team, and I'll confidently tell you now, if you're someone on 9 million coins plus, this guy, CR7, is much better than this guy, Lionel Messi. Now, of course, if you're someone that just abuses left stick dribbling, or maybe you just need a cam for the team, of course Messi's going to be better. But I'm just saying, out for out, shooter for shooter, if I had to pick one of these cards in my team, this guy's a different monster up front. Now, you'd hope he is for 9 million coins, but he's a different monster up front. He was definitely better than Messi in the team. Of course, they were both decent. We made a few trades here and there, but yesterday was mainly a gameplay day on the stream. If you guys were there, shout out to you. Get yourself in the Twitch streams, boys. We used to do champs challenges and trading. It's actually pretty good vibes. We bought some icons like Shelling, Casillas. We did some decent trades like Charlton, Drogba. Basically trying to get the loss back of the cards we lost, the tax we lost on the cards when we bought it for the team. Like I said to you, I bought a Tar who's probably going to get cooked now from the centre-back evolution that's leaked. But Diaz and Kimmich done pretty well. Kimmich we bought at 1.2, I believe. Do we buy him at 1.2? And he's currently high 1.2s or low 1.3s every time we check. Currently high 1.2s. I'm going to try and get sort of 1.35 in both the Kimmiches and make about 100, 150k there. Tar will lose the coins on because we bought him for 630. We'll try and take some tax loss. And Diaz we bought about 2.6. And he is currently on the market Again, mid 2.7s. I think I can try and get 2.8 for this guy, but depends. He's a really rare card, so I might use him for a bit and then get rid of him. He looked to be a decent trade at the time, and now the card seems to be flatlining. And of course, like we said, it's end of the weekend, right? It's end of the weekend. It's Tuesday morning. Weekend League's done, actually. It's pretty much the end of the weekend. But that means we can start to buy a couple of different types of cards. Now, if you bought 85s the other day, they already went up, right? We said 1.1. They're already 1.4. You can probably still buy these now. If you want to still buy these now at like 1.4 thousand coins, they're still going to hit 2.5 thousand coins when it comes to Wednesday night. The same pattern every single week. But boys, if you really wanted to, I did the calculations on this the other day. If you started with 100k at Winter Wildcards, this is dead serious, by the way, and you bought 85s every single week, right now on the game, I think you would have something like 250 million coins if you started with 100k. Might even be more than that, because you more than double your coins every week. If you just did it since Winter Wildcards, which is great in hindsight, you'd have something like 250 million coins. But 85s, again, will be a great buy. I would avoid the higher rated fodder because it's actually been moving quite nicely recently. Now, the SBCs that we've got coming out just don't excite me too much. Now, again, we could have some crazy, like, random SBC that's not leaked, like an Icon SBC or something. Like, we have the Lucio Foot birthday. That's great. But fodder's actually higher for those SBCs. I'd want it to drop a little bit and then have some leaks that we can sort of buy into. 3.5, 3.7. Again, they've done okay this weekend at 88s, 89s, 90s. If you're going to do fodder, basically just do the ones that are going to be in team of the season. Do you know what I mean? Do your Rodmans, do your Vitinas, the ones that are going to be in team of the season. When they go out of packs, they go way higher. You can't hold them rather than just into the week. You're holding them more into next week, like we said with Vitinha. With the end of weekend league, the main thing we care about is it time to buy some team of the seasons? Now, like I said, I would avoid centre backs now. We got that centre back Evo league. That is a bit scary. And I did say I'd bought Kimmich's and Diaz. It's because when it's Tuesday and Monday, I always go for the rarer cards. Now, Kimmich at 1.2 is a decent price. He might go back there today again. He's a really rare card. I quite like him. Diaz, again, we got a 2.6. He could go back there again today. These big end cards do really fluctuate, and I went for both of them because they're really, really rare. Elite's a little bit too expensive for me to want to mess around with right now, to be honest. Kane's been coming down in price for the last few days. He's now 4.2 million coins. He was even 4 million coins flat when we last checked. But once again, despite it being kind of boring, the cards I quite like are the fodder cards. It really, really is, though. I really said this the other day. The fodder cards are great. Your Rams, your Grimaldos for your 92 left backs, your 90 rated purple cards at 15k. If you want an easy way to make coins on the game right now, is just go to the 91 rated. Go to the 90 rated team of the seasons, the 91 rated and the 92 rated, even the 93 rated, right? Buy the cheapest you can. So, for example, 93s are 20, 22k. Buy one of each of these guys for 20 to 21k. Try and get little undercuts. Buy one of each of these guys for a little undercut, right? 18, 19k. Get one of each of these guys. You get what I'm saying, right? Get the undercuts. And then lazy list all of them. So many people are lazy buying team of the seasons because you need them for so many SBCs. They will just buy the first one they see on the transfer market, which means you could sell this guy from 15 to 19k. This guy from like 14 to 20k, 18k. You just keep changing the prices, right? This guy's 19k. Could probably get 23, 24k. But if you just do it en masse on your transfer list, really easy way to make coins. And then if you buy them right now at the end of weekend league, with the Bundesliga ones being in the the ones in packs, right? You get yourself Berger and Elmala. If these then go out of packs in a few days and they start to rise up because of that, it's an extra little bonus, so it's always a nice idea. In terms of the middle of the range ones, again, your Pavlovic, your Diamondes, they could start to rise a little bit in the next few days, but like I said the other day when we talked about this on the video, we're more talking about buying these probably at rival rewards. Just a little bit safer, you get better undercuts, and also you can then keep your coins liquid for the next few days to do whatever you want with, rather than buying these now, holding them as they kind of go up and down, and they come down again at rival rewards. That's when I'd buy again your Diamondes, your Pavlovic's, even your Riasons, Upamecano's, your Stillers, the ones in that sort of middle tier. And even, to be honest, the high tier, I'd be careful on. I'm going to try and sell Diaz and Kimmich today, because I do think if we start to get some leaks on cards like Dembele, Nuno Mendes, Vitinha, Hakimi, that could be more hyped than the Bundesliga. I don't think we'll get official stats just yet, but if I can sell these Diaz and Kimmich's before we get official stats, people are probably going to want to sell their Bundesliga cards for these PSG cards, even the Women's League cards, if we get a Rodman, a Pfeiffer, even the D1 Arcama cards. I think you're going to get a bit of panic on these Bundesliga cards as people sell them for the more desirable new team of the seasons coming in packs on Friday. So before we get official stats, I'm probably going to look to offload my Diaz and my Kimmich, take the small profits there. Don't mind that. I think a really important one, you guys keep asking me about buying players for your team, like meta players, Bundesliga players, Liga and players. You need to understand now, the way the market is going to move, if this is like the time graph here and this is coins up here, the way any meta card is going to move for the rest of the game, pretty much apart from like Evos or something crazy, is going to be like this, right? They fluctuate, but they fluctuate in one direction. They head down. Any card you buy now, yes, we can try and buy at the end of weekend league here and sell them on Wednesdays or whatever we do, right? You can try and buy them like overnight. These dips often be overnight, so you can sell them sort of like 11 to 3 p.m., which is often the peaks, right? But any meta card, should I buy Kimmich? Should I buy Diaz? Whatever it's going to be. Every card heads down into the Ultimate TOTS and into the promo after Ultimate TOTS. Yes, again, you get big spikes within that. You get these big, big spike, and you do get some dips in there, and that's what we're trading every single day, right? That's what the channel's for, the Discord for, the Twitch streams for. But just know, if you're looking to buy a card for your team long term, be prepared for this ride right here, where obviously when we get towards the World Cup and cards have 99 rated stats and just crazy shit, and obviously footies is a while away, but you get what I mean. You can see why cards just trend down in price. Ultimate TOTS is sort of that last hurrah for team of the season when people buy cards for the weekend league, and then they all flush out as a lot of people leave the game. Or World Cup becomes a lot more about the collection book and pack grind and trying to just pack all the cards rather than actual gameplay and meta cards. But boys, let me know, how did we all get on in the Bundesliga weekend league? Did anyone get 12 wins or above? Did anyone get any red picks that are actually worth it? We got Jonathan Tah as our best red pick, which I guess is fine, but I wanted Diaz, I wanted Elise. So did anyone get a red pick? Subscribe if you are new. Let's see if we can hit that 20k subs before FC26 ends with the World Cup mode and team of the season. We're quite far away, but I'm sure we can have a good go at getting towards it. And boys, until next time, I will see you all in a bizzle.